In the rural heartland of North Sumatra, Indonesia, where lush sugarcane fields stretch endlessly under a pale sun, there was once a small village shrouded in superstition and silence. The village, with its dirt paths and wooden houses, harbored a dark secret, a story so chilling it would transcend its remote confines and shock the world. At its center was Ahmad Suradji, a cattle breeder whose unassuming life masked a terrifying reality. Ahmad Suradji was not merely a cattle breeder. He was a dukun, a traditional healer and spiritual advisor. In these remote villages, where modern medicine was scarce, dukuns were revered. They were seen as intermediaries between the earthly and the divine, sought after to cure ailments, lift curses, or summon blessings. Ahmad's reputation was formidable. His piercing eyes, deliberate speech, and an air of mystery only added to his allure. Clients traveled from far and wide, desperate for solutions to life's woes. Yet behind his revered status lay a sinister obsession. Ahmad claimed he was visited in a dream by his deceased father, a vision he interpreted as divine instruction. According to this dream, Ahmad was to kill 70 women and drink their saliva. This, he believed, would grant him unparalleled spiritual power and immortality. The dream's chilling mandate became his dark creed. Over the years, the sugarcane fields bore silent witness to Ahmad's atrocities. Women vanished, leaving their families distraught and desperate for answers. Yet, in a society steeped in superstition and fear, suspicions about Ahmad were whispered, but never voiced aloud. His aura of authority and the villagers' reluctance to confront the unknown allowed his crimes to persist unchecked. On April 27th, a cattle herder wandering through a sugarcane field noticed an unusually elevated patch of soil. His curiosity aroused, he rushed to inform the village chief, Sugo. Acting promptly, Sugo gathered several villagers, and they armed themselves with shovels to investigate. Testing the suspicious mound, Sugo inserted a stick into the soil. As he withdrew it, an overpowering stench filled the air, confirming their fears. The group began digging cautiously, and after nearly 2 hours of effort, they unearthed the decayed remains of a young woman, unclothed. One of the men hurried to notify the authorities, while Sugo studied the victim's features and recognized her as Shala Dewi, a 21-year-old woman who had disappeared days earlier. This gruesome discovery in 1997 marked a pivotal moment in unraveling the horrifying events tied to Ahmad Suradji. Dewi had sought Ahmad's guidance to resolve troubles in her romantic life, but had never returned home. Her worried family, unable to locate her, reported her disappearance to the police. Upon learning of the body's discovery, they rushed to the scene. Dewi's mother, overcome with emotion, identified her daughter by the shape of her feet and broke down in tears. When the police arrived, they secured the area, interviewed witnesses, and questioned locals. The body was sent for forensic examination to confirm the identity and uncover the cause of death. Soon after, authorities confirmed that the victim was Dewi and that she had been strangled. Although the victim was found naked, there were no indications of sexual violence. This peculiarity raised questions about the murderer's motive for removing her clothing while refraining from assaulting her. A forensic expert suggested that the act was not motivated by lust, but served another purpose. Furthermore, the exposure of a body to soil without clothing accelerates decomposition, which might have been intentional. These findings led investigators to theorize that the killer had a personal connection to Dewi. Additionally, the careful burial in the secluded sugarcane field hinted that the perpetrator was likely a local. Without delay, the police began to interrogate individuals associated with Dewi. Their inquiries led them to Andreas, a young rickshaw driver, who revealed that Dewi had last been seen alive in the company of Ahmad Suradji. Under mounting scrutiny, Ahmad's calm facade began to crumble. Police raided his home, uncovering an array of chilling evidence, personal belongings of missing women, including clothing, jewelry, and photographs. Each item was a silent testament to the lives he had taken. Guided by Ahmad's reluctant confessions, authorities unearthed the sugarcane fields, revealing the skeletal remains of 42 women. The discovery sent shockwaves through the community and the nation. Ahmad Suradji's trial was a spectacle. Crowds gathered to catch a glimpse of the man who had transformed trust into a weapon and spirituality into horror. The courtroom reverberated with tales of his chilling deeds. Ahmad, disturbingly composed, spoke of his dream and his belief in its divine origin. His lack of remorse only deepened the public's revulsion. In 1998, Ahmad was convicted and sentenced to death by firing squad. For a decade, he languished in prison, an unsettling presence, even among the hardened inmates. Finally, in 2008, justice was served, and Ahmad Suradji, the Shaman of Death, was executed. The story of Ahmad Suradji remains a haunting reminder of the perils of blind faith and unchecked power. The sugarcane fields, once symbols of growth and sustenance, became synonymous with despair and loss. Even today, the villagers speak of Ahmad in hushed tones, his name a shadow that refuses to fade. Though Ahmad sought immortality through his gruesome rituals, his legacy is one of infamy, not reverence. The fields where his crimes unfolded still stand, their whispering stalks carrying echoes of lives stolen too soon. The tale of Ahmad Suradji endures, a chilling narrative of ambition twisted into monstrosity, and a warning to all who dare place trust in darkness disguised as light. Even after Ahmad Suradji's execution, the families of his 42 victims were unable to forgive him. The Indonesian authorities initially planned to bury him in a public cemetery, but the decision had to be revoked due to strong opposition. Approximately 100 relatives of the victims gathered with the intention of disrupting the funeral. After tensions subsided, Suradji's burial was carried out discreetly by the authorities. While Ahmad Suradji ultimately faced justice for his heinous acts, the grief and anguish endured by the victims' families persist to this day. Even more disturbingly, despite the revelation of his horrifying deeds, belief in similar rituals and shamans continues to linger in other parts of Indonesia. This concludes the case of the shaman who killed 42 women, claiming their saliva would grant him supernatural powers. Feel free to share your thoughts and opinions about this shocking story in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It will help us bring you more impactful content. See you in the next video.